Value Time Sports is brought to you by Terrible General Health System's Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda.
Mike Detillier here for HTV along with Skyler Green at the Pro Football Camp. Skyler, as many years as I've been here, you've been here. Almost from day
14
one.
14 and counting.
14, okay.
14 and counting.
And see here, we got over 400 young men here. It's such a great crowd. And I remember when they had like about 100, and they were so thrilled, man, when they doubled the number to 200, and now it's 450 in that range. So, man, it's great. And a lot of these young men, they can do something else, because if you're in football today, Monday through Thursday, you working with your own team. This Friday's a day off, and so you here. And so that's great for the camp, and also great for guys like you to come back and give back to the community.
Most definitely, because, once before I was one of these guys, making it around to the camps and trying to look for opportunity for a school to just put their eye on me. And this is an opportunity for these kids. And I know coaches out there, they're trying to find them a good gym out there and offer them a scholarship. That's the big deal of this. And you just gotta, once these kids go out there and make their opportunity and present themselves with their opportunity, it's just make the best for themselves after that.
My old friend Zach Streif always says, man, next time you talk to Skyler, you tell him he cost me an opportunity to get picked much higher, because I was going to the Cowboys and they picked Skyler ahead of me. So he said, man, I'll never forget, I'm on the phone, and he said, the Cowboys said, hold on now, we're going to pick you. And he said, I'm watching TV, all of a sudden I see it scroll across the screen. Dallas picked Skyler Green. So he said, man, Mike, I'll never forget that. Never would forget it. Guys, I hate to put it to you that way, but they lie in the NFL.
Oh, man, it goes a long way, man. You might talk to one team, and then you're talking to a whole different team. Like when the draft came about, my agent, Albert Elias, God bless his soul, he's the reason why we're out here.
That's right.
He said, Chicago Bears, Sky. The Chicago Bears, man, I'm telling you, they want you. They like you. And then come draft day, I didn't even talk to the Chicago Bears. I'm like, man, I don't know who's going to get me, but I need to go somewhere.
Yeah, and it's so funny, when we do the coverage on WWL, a lot of times we get a guy on and we ask him, say, how many times you met with the Saints? Oh, I never met with them. I just worked out once, but they never called me, that yesterday or a week ago, 2 weeks ago. But I've had a bunch of other teams call me.
Half of the time, they just want you to show up.
Yeah, and so it is sort of weird with it. The game has changed so much, though. Man, I think about how you played the game at LSU and your time in the NFL. You'd be a better player today than you were back then.
Most
because the game has changed to put more touches in your hand.
Yes, most definitely. Guys like Tyreek Hill, I look at those guys, and I'm like, man, if I just had that opportunity he had, it'll be a different Skyler Green sitting here.
Yeah, there's no question about it. And I think when you look at it, it's not just the college game and the pro game that's changed. You see how much the high school game has changed. And Peyton Manning was telling me the story. He said, it wasn't his dad's idea to do Manning camp. It was his. And he said, man, I read a newspaper. He said, I opened it up, and some team was getting beat like 52-7, and they threw the ball 5 times. And he's like, man, come on, this just got to end. And he said that was the origin of the Manning Passing Academy.
Okay, that's awesome.
And so how it is.
He liked to throw the ball.
All the time, if it was up to him. But you understand how the game has changed in a way that I think has made it more entertaining to the fan.
Yes, it has. They're taking out a lot of the extra contact, the blind side hits, the peel back blocks. Even the chop blocking, they're trying to crack back on the chop blocking on guys. And I was a little guy, so the chop blocking was one of my favorite things to do. I'm trying to take those legs out.
No, you ain't trying to hit nobody high, because they're going to roll right over the top of you. But I can take his knees out.
Yeah,
I can take his knees out on that.
Most definitely.
So it's a safer game in that particular manner.
Yeah.
But the pitch and catch game is here to stay for our lifetime. That's not going to change at all with it. seeing what's happened at LSU with the changeover from Coach O now to Brian Kelly, and he's all business. I mean, listen,
Most definitely. I've
you
been
know, you know, listen, and it's going to be his way, or you can go somewhere else.
The highway.
And your thoughts on that, because you played for a hard-nosed coach yourself there, and he didn't take, you know, no guff from anybody. But to see the change now, and nothing against what Coach O was doing, that was just his nature and his personality. Brian's a different guy.
And I think Coach Kelly is going to bring a lot of discipline back to what LSU football was from that 03-05, around that time of years. And I think that Saban era is going to probably come shaking back up in Tiger Stadium a little bit, but with the Brian Kelly swag on it.
You think about it, when we're going to get older, all the books that's going to be written about Nick Saban.
Oh, man.
Because what he has done at LSU and Alabama is unprecedented. There's nobody that's going to touch that, and not in our lifetime. Nobody's going to be able to touch that level of success. And so maybe say one thing that separates maybe him from any other coach.
His commitment to every individual athlete that walks through that door. He takes it upon himself to let that kid know, if you're going to be a guy that works in this program and you're going to abide by all the rules, and you'll be successful at the end of the day.
That's just unbelievable, the amount of success he's had. Skyler, we thank you so much for spending time here each and every year. You could be on vacation somewhere, you could be at work or whatever, but you spend it here and giving back to the community, and we really appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Mike. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Skyler.